What's going on, guys? This is Tukey Trades, and I got an exciting video that I have been wanting to make, man. And as you can tell by the title of the video, um, my $20,000 payout at the end of December got approved, and that brings my December total to $54,200 in prop firm payouts. I'm just excited, man. It's amazing, man. And I'm gonna log into my Apex account so folks know that it's real. But it's just incredible. Apex just had a 90% sale as well. I currently trade 10 funded accounts, 10 50K funded accounts, and I just passed 10 more. It took me about 3 tries. I just go full board when it comes to passing evaluations, but I was able to pass 10 more, so I am officially max funded with Apex. I have $1 million in funding now with them. I've been trading with 500,000, so hopefully I can get those to the payout stage. But here's my PA charts. The most exciting thing about all of this, man, is that this last payout at least is not only was I able to take a $20,000 payout, but if you look at my balances, you can see here that the 20,000 or the 2,000 has already been taken out of every single account, but all 10 accounts are still looking very, very nice. $4,000 in profit. And so essentially, man, I'm only a couple hundred dollars away. Well, really about $150 away from being able to request another $20,000 payout. Obviously, I want to build as big of a buffer as I can while not over trading and not over leveraging. I haven't changed my position sizing or lot sizing or anything like that. But man, I'm close to already getting another $20,000 payout. And here's my payout request. And as you can see, those were my first ones December 5th. These were $20,000. And then December 18th, took another payout totaling $14,200. And then December 30th, requested another $20,000 across all 10 of the accounts. And so I believe now I only need 2 more payouts. So I believe after your 5th approved payout, you can actually take out the entire balance if you want to. I don't want to do that. I want to see how long I can keep these. Obviously, I think there was a CEO or prop firms or somebody who's really big in the prop firm space that came out a few weeks ago. There was a video that dropped that said that the average lifespan of a funded account is only about 22 days. So we've already doubled that. We're deep into profit, and I'm feeling really good about these accounts. And got another 10 PA accounts that I'm going to be trading as well. I haven't decided if I'm going to trade them together or if I'm going to trade one during the open and scalp the rest of the day with the other one. But I wanted to show you guys because I keep getting DMs. I'm in the currency cave with Mamba and 0 Day J's Discord as well. Shout out to my boy 0 Day J. Use his code on Apex. But I keep getting the question, what time frame do you use? What pairs do you trade? What's your strategy? What are you aiming for? And all kinds of stuff. And so I want to share my main strategy. And I don't think the strategy to enter the trade is what really has made me profitable, but it's how I'm able to scale out of the trades or when I exit the trades. That's what's really, really helped me, because I spent a few months in the currency cave, and after doing all kinds of different things and going to all kinds of different through all kinds of different courses, and I even went through Photon, and that one was like what, 4 grand or something like that I had to pay for that. And so all of these fancy courses, all of these things on teaching you how to read market structure and supply and demand, and I still use some of those things, especially in my scalping. But um, going back to the basics, man, to the simple breakout strategy of support and resistance during the New York Open. um, I've seen the most profits that I have anytime in my 4 years of trading. I started trading July of 2020, July of 2020, and this is the most profitable time. So here on the 1 minute time frame, you see a Nasdaq, and what I'm waiting for the New York Open, so the 9:30 candle. And a lot of the times I want to be bullish on Nasdaq. Obviously, it's went on a huge run. But what I'm looking for, I'm just simply looking for the most recent time of support and resistance. Um, on the 5 minute here, if we can, sorry, my mouse ran out of battery. On the 5 minute, you can see that we're pretty much ranging here. We're ranging in this area, so I'm looking for a breakout. And it actually broke out of this range pre-session, and so now I'm just looking to trade with momentum. And so you got this resistance up here as well, and so this is right at the New York Open. So if we go back down to the 1 minute time frame, kind of scoot over here. Oh, went too far. I want to trade with, obviously the trend. We have a 1 minute. We've been going up all, pre-market open. And so if we're going to keep going up, I want to trade with the momentum. Obviously, you see the volume comes in at New York Open. But what this did, and this is where it's very, very important. It's easy to find places to enter, but it's hard to exit. So here, you really could have got in during the first breakout and still probably would have been profitable. But what I did, since we had already broken, I was waiting for a pullback, and so price did end up right at New York Open. It ended up breaking to the upside, but then it came all the way back down, and obviously that left a huge wick here. And so my entry, when it's a big wick, I'm waiting for the 50% level of that wick to be broken to that same direction in order for me to take that trade. If it's a smaller wick, so if it only went like up here and then it kind of came down a little bit, I'm taking the trade at the break of the high of that wick there. And so I got in, and this trade ended up moving very, very well. I mean, you think about this move, it's from 53 to 85, and so like a 30-point move there. And so that's a pretty good move. But this is what has made me profitable. What I wait for, I used to basically set my trade at a 3R multiple, aiming for a 1 to 3, and I would just let it play out. But I realized with the trailing drawdown that Apex has, it was hard to do that, and I was losing a lot of money. A lot of unrealized gains were putting me in bad positions when it came to the trailing drawdown. So what I started to do is I started to exit on the second push. So the second time that I see momentum come in my direction, that's when I would exit my position. So you see here, this trade moves up about 30 pips, and then we see this trade, even during the same candle, it's breathing. And so that was the first push. That's the first momentum that we see here. And then price kind of just started bouncing around right here. It started just to kind of hang out for a minute. And then the second push is right here. Finally broke these highs, started to push to the upside. And this trade I basically exited the perfect high right there. I think at a 1 to 2.1 R. And as you can see, after that second push, it had the big breather, and you would say, well, it ended up hitting a 1 to 5 up here, but that doesn't always happen. I found that after the second push of momentum, a lot of the times the trade will reverse, the trade will go all the way back to entry, and a lot of the times I was breaking even. And so that is the bread and butter of what has made me profitable in the month of December, is being able to recognize that second push and getting out of the trade. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 to 1.8 R, 1 to 2 R, but I typically want it to at least hit between a 1 to 2 and a 1 to 3 R on that second push, and being happy with my profits, as far as the size that I trade, a lot of people won't agree with this, but it's been working for me. I trade micros, and on NASDAQ, I only trade 2 micro contracts. And then on the YM or US 30, I trade 5 micro contracts per trade. And so I'm risking about $150 or $120 per trade, and I'm aiming for about $200 to $300 per trade. And so it's that simple, man. That's all that I've done over the last 4 or 5 months. I've really passed, I think, almost $2.5 million in funding with Apex. But that trailing drawdown, I wasn't used to it. I came from the Forex side to the futures side in July, I believe it was, of this year, or June of this year. And I wasn't familiar with Trade of 8. I didn't know how to use the systems. I didn't know what the trailing drawdown really was. And so, the prop firm side on the futures is a little bit different. And so, but I will say that the trailing drawdown actually did help my trading. It helped my trade management. And so there it is, man. That's what I do every single day. I look to trade the New York Open, and I got another Martinelli bottle you see there, $12.30, and another $20,000 payout. So I appreciate it, and we'll be back.